Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2020 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now, before we dive into this reading and go into everything that the moon has to offer, which I have all set up right here, let's clear the energy vibration and also raise our own energy vibration. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. All right. Now, before we talk about this moon, let's see what the tarot has to say. How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Now, I have to say right off the bat, Capricorn, this is a Capricorn full moon, and it is going to be, it's a highly powerful moon to begin with. It is going to be amplified for you because it is your sign, it is your moon. So let's see now, Capricorn. How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's start with these. Fantastic. How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show us clearly. Guide this reading and show us clearly. My goodness. All right. I love that. It fell right into place. And your last card. This one right here. Awesome. Okay. So the way this set is set up is on the left-hand side is your private self, okay, your personal self during this time. The center is your heart self, right? And the right side is your public self, the way the world sees you. Right? The heart self is also the emotional self. You start off with the moon. Yeah, see, this moon, completely strong for you. The tarot is saying it right off the bat, very personal, very powerful for you. Pisces is also represented by the moon in the major arcana. This is a time frame of February 19th to March 20th. Then you have the Magician, amazing. Lovers, oh my gosh. And the Queen of Swords, which is a air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have strong Gemini presence right here. Time frame, May 21st to June 20th. Your heart, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, strength, I love that, strong connection to the new moon in Leo, which is, the strength card is a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. The new moon in Leo is on the 20th of July. And then you have the 9 of Swords. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde, so I do see that this has a powerful impact on your heart, on like the way that you're communicating with yourself, what it is that you desire. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde on the 12th of July, so be aware of that. Then you have the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that combination right here. First of all, it's you shining through, okay? You are represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. You're represented by the Devil card in the major arcana. And whenever I have the King and Queen from the same suit in a reading, that is extraordinary, and this is extraordinary for you. It really, really, really is. Okay, So that has me super excited. You have also, with the Queen of Swords, a very strong pull towards the full moon in Aquarius, all right, which is going to be on the 3rd of August. So that power is coming in. Now let's get talking about your moon. Now this moon is the blessings moon. This is the strength moon. Strength moon, yes, it is the stag moon. Okay, so the strength moon spirit just had me say that. So it's for a reason for you guys. You're going to find this is a time of tremendous strength, tremendous power, but blessings and the stag moon connects us with royalty, connects us with the power of our souls, of ourselves, to move forward in the magic and in the majesty that we want within our lives. So we start here with the full moon in Capricorn, and this says an end of a tough cycle approaches. And you are really seeing an end of your tough cycle, an end of chaos, apprehension, despairs, heartbreaks, is reaching an approach. Now, do know that because you are a Capricorn, okay, and the moon is in Capricorn, you are going to be very driven by facts, all right? This is the most organized, practical, and methodical moon. And yes, that is fantastic. I mean, we need more of that in our lives, most definitely. Well, at least I do. But there is also a sense here of needing to embrace joy. Okay, needing to embrace the sense of beauty and of understanding, of joy, of laughter. So all work and no play is not something that you really want to be embracing during this time. You want to have this balance coming forward. You're looking at the big picture. You're looking at long-term goals. You have tremendous commitments coming forward. You just don't want it to take away all the joy, all the laughter, because I see that as being astoundingly important. Now, this is also you, Capricorn, are in line with the archetype of the elder, okay? So you yourself, if you ever find, like when you're sitting quietly, you have ideas coming to your head, old stories will, kind of tumble through your brain that your parents used to tell, or, something to that effect. That's because you're connected with the elders within your family line, the elders within your past life self, the elders within the existence of the culture that you are born into now. Okay, those stories, those connections, you're like a tapestry of tales. Life becomes like poetry. Everything has deeper meanings, more than just what is first seen at surface value. And during this time, your ancestral bonds are within your very bones. Okay, there's a power to you, there's a beauty to you, and there is a psychic resonance to your history that comes forward. And this is a time that speaks to your very DNA, right? This is a time of looking at the stories that you have inherited and seeing how they have impacted you, right? And so as you're seeing this is where your power comes from. Capricorn, I mean, it's very whimsical to say and astoundingly beautiful to say that during this time, your power lies within the stories of this world. The stories of people, the stories of history, the stories of life, of love, of despair, of truth. And that is going to be something that you are severely guided towards and absolutely influenced by. Now, during this full moon on the 5th of July, all right, we also have the lunar eclipse, which is the second lunar eclipse in a row. So this says conclusions are within reach. This is also a lunar eclipse that brings out perseverance, that holds people accountable, and has you committed to what you truly want. So during this time, as you're looking at your truth, your power, your understanding, you're really connected and committed to, Spirit is saying, is to moving forward towards the best of your ability, but also from removing the veil around your eyes, right? To seeing things more clearly. And we have change coming in, because in the Queen of the Moon cards, this is the thunder moon. And so as change comes in, it kind of claps like thunder, okay, above your head, within yourself. And you're looking at things and you're like, wow, okay, I see it, I understand it, I want it, I desire it, I'm moving forward. And this change resonates through your bones. But do not try to, change the course of the moon. Do not try to take on something that is too much. Kind of be very kind with yourself as you're moving forward here, Capricorn, because you're going to think, I can get all this done all at once, the only thing I need to do is just kind of buckle down. And yes, that holds truth to you, but also don't take away the joy from this time. Don't get so much done that you forget to laugh and have fun and smile, because that's going to be really important. The new moon is in Leo. this says confidence is your key to success, and it really is. Okay, believing in yourself, having that confidence move you forward. It moves you to knowing that new starts are coming, to new beginnings walking through. And it really does remind me of the god Janus in Roman mythology, right? The god of new beginnings, the god of beginnings and endings. The new moon for me shows these beginnings and endings coming forward, shows a desire of what it is that we want that sometimes is veiled from us, but also the quiet and the sanctuary of a new start moving forward without the light coming in and blinding us and taking us from our emotional truth and our emotional goals. So as you're moving forward, you are walking from one portal to another, from one way of existence to another. And as you do so, you are going to find that you need to be confident within yourself, but also you're going to find that there's some deeper mystery that adds to your confidence, that adds to your understanding. Now, do note that at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, we have the void, of course, on the 20th of July, of course, on the new moon. And this says nothing will come of this situation, meaning that anything that you do around 1:55, it goes pear-shaped. It just goes haywire. You're thinking like, wow, nothing good is going to come of this. And during this time, if you could block out that whole hour, that would be really good. But if you can only block out, the 50, minutes, like not 50 minutes, but the 10 minutes of 50, that's going to be very important for you. Just to kind of sit back, take in your own understanding, like focus on your mind, yourself, and not do anything that can be confused, can be muddled. That's going to be the best course for you during that time, 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now on the 3rd of August, we enter into the full moon in Aquarius. You have links to all these time frames. So you have links to the new moon in Leo. You have links, of course, to yourself in Capricorn, okay, right here. And you have links to the Aquarius full moon in August. And what this says is show the world the real you. Now, this is where confidence is key, and you're kind of psyching yourself up for this from the 20th of July all the way to the 3rd of August, where you're seeing what it is that you desire, you're looking at what it is that you want, you're being very kind of truthful and honest with yourself, because you're going to show the world the real you. And it doesn't mean that it has to be exactly the way, like no hold bars. It's kind of like you're showing the world the real you by being true and authentic to yourself, by opening up to your passion, to your joy, and saying, okay, well, this is me. If you're shy, like let's say you're like me, you're shy, you're rather introverted, then let's say you take a step, you start a YouTube channel, you do something like that, but if you have to show your face, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. It'll be like, oh my gosh, I just can't. So you work around things to make it right for you. And you're embracing that passion, that beauty, that power, that understanding. And you need to be patient with yourself as you do so, because what you are doing is you are walking into your truth, your understanding, and you're seeing that it might not be like everybody else's, and that's perfectly okay. Then we have your spirit animals. We have now I have none of the cards that represent the proper spirit animals for this time. So we have standing in, we have the nightingale spirit, the bear spirit, and the panther spirit. Now, this time has, for July, the spirit animals are the woodpecker spirit and the salmon spirit. For August, it's still the salmon spirit, which is really cool because I love the salmon spirit guide. And then you have also the cougar. So for July, we have the nightingale and the brown bear standing in for the woodpecker and for the salmon. Now we're going to start with the salmon spirit because this one is for both July and August. And the salmon spirit talks about rebirth, moving forward, happiness, eternal life, and femininity. All right, this is living life to the fullest, and the salmon spirit really encourages us to live life to the fullest. And as we are doing so, it says here, surround yourself with people and things that you love, that have deep meaning for you and deep beauty to you. And so with that beautiful message coming forward, the nightingale really sums it up really nicely. Love is all around you. Love is all around you, and it's guiding you. And then it moves us to the brown bear spirit for July. And the brown bear is standing in for the woodpecker. Now, the woodpecker represents seeking out and rekindling the passion for the truth, okay, for your truth, for your power. It's again your soul's purpose, your harmony, your abundance, your love, your life. And this is taking time out here with the brown bear spirit to look at the seeds you've planted in your heart that you desire, the way that you want to move forward, what it is that you really long for. And you're being very truthful, very open, very honest with yourself. And why the brown bear, why the brown bear fits so beautifully for the woodpecker is, even though you're looking for this truth, okay, and we have that, the seeds of the heart right here, this is also the desire and the need to protect those who are weaker than you, okay? You're being creative, you're being innovative, you're looking at things, but you're also giving a voice to those who are weaker. And that's very, very, very powerful. And that's what the bear spirit really does. Now, in August, we have again the salmon spirit, which is, bringing love into your life and surrounding yourself with things that are lovely and beautiful and have such deep meaning for you. And then we have the panther spirit. Well, we have the cougar spirit, and the panther is, of course, standing in. And the cougar spirit represents leadership and taking charge of your life. And the panther spirit says it really lovely. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power, reclaim your passion, reclaim your world. And that's really what this moon is leading you to do, okay? During this time, Capricorn, is that it's leading you to reclaim your world. So you are ready when August comes to have this power just anoint you, wash over you, move you forward. We start off here with the moon and the magician. So the moon is absolutely exquisite. The moon is, of course, what we're talking about. And we see so much of you in this moon because this is your moon, all right? And this is you moving away from denials and committing to long-term goals. It's, yes, you call yourself out a bit, most definitely. Every sign will. You're going to do so a little bit more intensely, Capricorn, because first of all, it is in your nature. And secondly, there is such a strong pull for it from this moon as you move forward. You're looking at things that have you afraid, that have you, kind of where you've stopped before in your life, where you said, oh no, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't possibly, move forward this way. This moon is highlighting your fears and saying they have no place anymore. It's not that you cannot be afraid, but you cannot be stopped by them, all right? I mean, you can be, that's completely up to you. But really what Spirit is showing right now is that you cannot let them rule your life. Because we as human beings, we will always have fears. We will always have doubts. Once we are old enough to fear, we do. And so here you have this knowledge moving you forward, that there will always be uncharted waters, that there will always be shadows, but they do not get to rule your existence. And it leads you to the magician. The magician is standing before the altar of your existence, holding your power, holding your beauty, holding your truth, and saying, I am transforming. I am transforming this world into the way that I want it. I am transforming myself into the way that I want myself to be. I am looking at my power, and as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. I am blessing me, and I am moving forward in those blessings. You are being guided by Spirit. Yeah. Hold one hand up and the other down, okay? And I believe it is that the magician is holding his left hand up and his right hand down. Now, if you don't feel like doing this, don't. But look at the openness of the power of that gesture. Here, she's holding a wand to her heart. Yes, this is your intuitive self. This is your passion. This is your creation. This is the reason why you're on this earth. You're being fed by the other elements of creation and earth during this time. But the wand, the fire, is the most important to you right now. And you are seeing that you are transforming. You are transforming what you desire into gold, into the most precious of metals, right? And this is where the alchemist comes in. Because the alchemist back in the ancient medieval times, was seeking to turn lead into gold. And what people say now is that the alchemists did not believe, well, some did, of course, that they were seeking to turn real lead into gold. They were seeking to turn themselves into gold, into priceless treasures. And that's what we're seeking here. And it leads you to a connection with your heart that is profound and is beautiful. And we have the Lovers. So here we have 3 major arcana cards and 1 court card. Okay? This is a highly intense personal time for you. A lot of revelations are happening, a lot of power is moving you forward, a lot of truth is guiding you, and the Lovers moves you within the boundaries of what you love, what you desire, and what you want. But it also gives you the power for a dual nature, because the Lovers, of course, represents Gemini. All right? So as you're looking at things, you have two sides to a coin to look at. And instead of saying, oh, this side of me is bad and this side of me is good, say both are valid. Now, of course, we have, Jung says that we have our shadow selves and our, regular selves that we are, and we don't want to fully walk down the shadow self path, because that's the path of anger and upsets, and that way can lead to demons, most definitely. What you're looking at here is you're looking at what you love. But you also have to embrace the ferocity of your spirit, the power of your soul. Instead of saying, oh, no, I could never. Say, yeah, I could. Yeah, I could be this force to be reckoned with. Do I choose to be? No. Because the force to be reckoned with is in a rather negative sense. And so you're choosing your prosperity, you're choosing your bounty, you're choosing the love of kindness and beauty, but also of strength and integrity and dignity. And as you move forward in this, you end with the warrior queen, the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, strong Gemini presence within this reading, right? Strong sense of duality. You might feel it like polarizing points for you during this time. They're not going to be. You're going to need to see how to work in harmony with these two aspects of yourself. You also have a strong pull, again, to the full moon in August 3rd. Now, with the Queen of Swords, you're taking nobody's bull. You don't have any inclination to take people's bull. You're like, listen, enough is enough. I'm not doing this. We have to move forward. You're cutting through doubts and fears. You know your mind. You know where you stand, and you know what you stand for. This is powerful. You are powerful. You will not be pushed around. You will not be denied. You will move forward in that power. And I really see this as, the Queen Boudica in English history, where she rallied her people, the Celtic people, against, against the Romans, okay? To say, you will not take our land, you will not, you will not destroy us. She lost, yes, but she gave them the most terrifying fight I think that they had ever seen in quite some time. And so here it is that sense of, I will rally, I will fight. We all aim for success. But even in the moments when we fail, and I'm not saying that you will fail, I'm not speaking negativity over you, I'm simply speaking what Spirit is saying. But even in those moments when you fail, there's power, there's persistence, and this is a part that makes up your rich history, the rich history of your life, your soul, and yourself. Now, do note that the Queen of Swords can be very blunt, right to the point, cut right to the point, cut through all the bull, and it's like, I stand here. So you have that power to you too. You know your truth. This is also being, okay, now, I did say before, you're going to be very kind of all work and no play minded, and not to, let that take over. But this is also saying here, you are seeing what needs to be done in order to make sure that you're successful. And you're going to find here, Capricorn, that you are cutting out a lot of things where you're sitting there and you're like, no, that's not helping me. That's hindering me. I will not be made to doubt myself, fear, for my future. I am now minded towards my success. There's a beautiful warmth that comes with it too, okay? Because it's like you claim your power. You know your power brings the Lovers in, and that's kind of like the two sides of yourself, okay? Your practical side and your sensual side come together. And that's what you're seeing with the Lovers, so that's why there's this duality to you. But there's this tremendous power to you that is exquisite. And it leads you to your heart. Now with your heart, you have the 10 of Wands. Like, enough is enough. You've carried enough. Do not carry everybody else's burdens. Do not, try to fix everybody else's fears. It's time to look at what you want and to unburden yourself and start to build, start to create, start to become. And as you do so, we then have a countdown from the 10 of Wands. This is also a completion of a cycle. Okay, so what you're truly passionate about, what you truly desire, you're seeing it more. Okay, you're being much more open, much more honest with yourself, and it leads you to the 9 of Wands. Right? You've been brought to your knees, yes, at times, and both of these cards show that. But with the 9 of Wands, you are successful. okay? You've come to a conclusion of a cycle, and here you've realized that conclusion was within reach. And as you're looking at things, you're looking at your passion, you're looking at your intuitive self, okay? You're looking at what you desire, what you want, and you are going to find that you are transformed. You are going to find that, yes, you are brave and successful, powerful and profound. But you also have to block out the rest of the world in order to move forward in your success, because they'll veer you off. It'll make it feel like it's an endless fight. And nobody can fight an endless fight. It's too much. So you embrace your truth, you embrace your power, and you say, well done me, because it isn't well done you. It really is. And as you're looking at things, you are seeing something more real than before. And this leads you to the Strength card, okay? And that's interesting, because you have 10, 9, and then 8. The Strength card is number 8 in the Major Arcana. So you have this countdown, you have this realization. Once you've completed this cycle, you see the strength of you, okay? That you've fought this battle. And you also see the strength in being able to say, enough is enough of the outside world. Like, I will not be brought down. I will not be made to constantly doubt myself. And it comes from this beautiful inward strength that you have, this inner strength that you have. It comes from this profound insight, this seeing, this comprehending, this beauty. And you're going to see that your strength is astoundingly important to you and imperative to you as you move forward, right? You are cutting through doubts and fears. You are finding that love, okay? Because it's right here next to the Lovers, and she's looking at the Lovers as well as she's looking at the Lion. It's like you are a lover of strength, of beauty, of power. And the way your power comes forward is not through, dictatorship. It's not through tyranny. It's through love, compassion, and understanding. And this moon is having you look at that love, at that compassion, at that understanding as you move forward. And yes, okay, as you have yourself moving towards greatness, embracing power, looking at things honestly and profoundly, okay, the Nine of Swords says that there are times where you will doubt yourself. There are times where you will be up at night, okay, just kind of running things over in your head, or thinking, did I do the wrong thing? Am I moving in the right direction? Or maybe just simply escaping. Like, life is stressful, or you have a lot on your plate. So you're going to watch, mindless hours of YouTube videos, or, memes, or whatever it is online that, kind of tickles your fancy at that time, or helps you escape. This is saying here, breathe. Things are not as bad as you think they are. They will have a way of moving forward, okay? And you are, by far, much more powerful than you've believed. And so as you put aside the doubts, and 9 is saying that you're coming to a completion of a cycle. You also have the repeat of the number 8, which shows that, yes, you can be a little bit too serious about things, think a little bit too intensely, but it also has that divine feminine aspect to it, moving you forward. Okay, connecting you with that femininity, with that sensuality that is a huge part of you during this time. And as you do so, okay, you see yourself as the Six of Cups, as a person on the crossroads of something great. Here she is in her wedding dress. She has a white dress in this picture, a white dress in this picture. A lot of people joke and say that, especially for women, the big events always happen in white. And so here you have big events within the time frame of our lives. Kind of like that riddle that the Sphinx says. Who walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? And it is man. And so you have those stages right here. Okay, the child, the person in their prime, the elder. You see that moving you forward. And it's crawling, of course, walking on your own 2 legs, and then walking with a cane. So with the Six of Cups, there's a sense of being astoundingly nostalgic, okay? Having, the past really be a powerful part of you. And as you're looking at things, you're looking at the truth of what you want, of what you need, of what you desire. Seeing things for how they truly are, not just in the gauzy brilliance of memory, that's going to be very powerful for you, very impactful. And as you're looking at this, you will find that we get caught in our own minds. We just do. Spider webs spun for us of thoughts and doubts and fears and decays and heartbreaks, but determinations too. And so the Eight of Swords comes in. It's saying, don't fear. Because you are going to be way too much in your head. And you have that with the Nine of Swords, and now you have it with the Eight. You will be too much in your head. You will be, hyper-analyzing everything, looking at everything, looking deeper into it all. And here, with the Eight of Swords, don't let yourself get carried away, especially by what others are saying, fears that you have, insecurities that you have that are being played into, okay, by the world. Don't. It'll be way too easy, and it's going to take away a lot from you, because it's going to have you fight those battles instead of standing in the truth and the brilliance that I see right here. So people see this. People see that, yes, you're a bit nostalgic, okay? There's a way that you're looking back, but you're also remembering beautiful things, okay? The good and the bad, they come. And sometimes it can have you trapped. It can be like, am I going to mess up again? With the Eight of Swords, am I going to mess up again? Or, I can't top that. Why even try? Type of mentality. People will see that you are a bit stuck, okay? But they also see that you've been through so much. And there's magic to you. There's just a brilliance to you that takes people's breath away. And then with the King and Queen of Pentacles, this is you in the Minor Arcana, most definitely. This is a soulmate connection, true love connection, powerful truth, powerfully moving forward towards what you desire. And this is like nothing is stopping you. You have the combination of the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself coming forward. You have this sense of power and determination, the sense of love and healing moving you towards your goals, towards what's needed. And there's just this sense of power and prosperity. And it comes in and people see it. People are definitely taking note. You have a majestic air, okay? You have the air of royalty to you during this time. Use it. Use it. Because nobody sits there and questions royalty. They act like they should be listened to, and then people listen to them for whatever reason. So here, it's like you act with regality, with nobility, with prosperity, with, and of course, always a kindness of heart. And people listen. There is a power to you that you want to utilize to the highest degree. Now, you can also be connecting with another earth sign energy, okay? Or somebody who is going to really help you plant the seeds of what you desire, what you want, what you need to move forward with, okay? This could be a Leo energy, a Gemini energy, or Pisces energy. Strong link here to a Leo energy or a Gemini energy, okay? But this is just powerful strength, tremendous beauty. Actually, I want to put these here just so that, can you see them? Yeah. Just so that they can be kind of center stage, because this is the power of you. This is the power of what you want to create, of what you need, what you desire. Okay, I think that's as good as I can get it. What you desire and what you want. And this is prosperity coming. Prosperity comes into your life in a new and in a profound way. And then let's see what you're more in depth. So let's go a little bit more in depth. Ooh, goodness. Okay. So first this one. Now I've already shuffled and meditated upon these beforehand. So them falling like this is completely okay. Let's just see. Okay, this one right here. Oh, I love it. So you have here personally, as you're moving forward, as you're embracing your power, as you're looking at things, as the strength comes over you, you have people in your life who you can celebrate with, truly and honestly. But you also are going to have this sense of remembering people who were supposed to protect you, who were supposed to celebrate with you, who were supposed to be there for you, who just weren't. And so this can have you, this is why your heart has you kind of feels like you step in a spider's trap almost, It's like It's like, I know I can do this, but there's something here where I doubt it. I doubt that I can move forward the way that I want to. And you have such power, such beauty, such determination around you, that this doubt, it can really be the fly in the ointment. It can really be the thing that makes you sit there and question yourself and say, I don't think I can. The fact of the matter is you can. You can. And just because somebody else spoke their negativity over you, made you, question yourself, because they themselves question themselves, does not mean that that's where you need to be. And does not mean that that person was right at all. And then we have the Fool. Your heart is starting a new journey. It's scared, yes, but go for it. Go for it and embrace it. Because as you do so, you have the Prince of Cups right here. Love, joy, happiness, slowly and steadily moving forward towards it, but also defending it with every ounce of your being and every breath of your soul. So let's see what the Moon has to say. How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this message and show me clearly. Okay. How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, guide this message. Guide this message and show me clearly. Okay, and these two. Okay. So personally, we have you here connected with extremes. Okay, that makes sense. Faith and peace. Then your heart is the masculine. You are good enough. And be bold and make the first move. Then we have, it's time to release negativity. And strong Scorpio presence, especially in your public arena. All right. So this is a time frame of September 23rd to November 21st. Okay. A Scorpio can be a person. All right. So that would be their birthday time, would be within that time period. Okay. And this is also a sense of release. And then it's time for healing. And the card that followed is a win-win outcome is forecast. So you're winning, which is beautiful. And it's time to heal as you embrace this win. Extremes. Now this was the June moon. So it can be that a bit of a June moon, the energy from the June moon is following you forward because you are very connected to all the phases of the moon and you're very connected to the moon right now. So it can be that the extremes are coming from that June full moon energy, most definitely, all right, amplified by the lunar eclipse. But there's also a sense of really being drawn to extremes, okay? One, like kind of all feet in one way or another, but there's going to be no in-betweens for you. Be a little bit gentler with yourself. It's going to help you achieve more. It's also going to help you feel a lot more balanced as you come forward, because the king and the queen, as they come together, they're not extremes. They're a perfect balancing of a powerful whole. And then you have faith, having faith within yourself, faith within what you're creating, faith within the way the world moves forward. That is going to be astounding. And then it moves you to peace. Peaceful, harmonious, and in love with your life. The masculine, okay, is going to be a very powerful energy for you. Okay, this is very much a getting things done, moving things forward. Not, of course, that, female energy doesn't have that in it. But, yeah, there's something more kind of in your face about this energy than if it was female. So here, You are really putting down your burdens, but you are picking up so much more than you had expected, right? And you are good enough. And I know I always say this, but I always found this card to be a bit condescending, but it's not. You are good enough where you are right now for what you need to achieve, right? So don't be so hard on yourself. Also, don't give yourself unrealistic expectations. I'm seeing that some of you Capricorns set like really intense goals for yourself where almost you know you're going to fail, but you hope that you don't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Even if this is just one person, Spirit is telling me to talk to you, don't do that. It really is rather discouraging. You are enough, and you will always be enough. Don't worry. Be bold and make the first move. Be bold within your life and make the first move. Do not wait for others to take the reins. Then we have the strong Scorpio presence within your present self, within your public self, and it's time to release negativity and work through fear. It is. Because you will find that you are more than you expected and so much better off than you thought. And then we have the full moon in Libra. A win-win forecast. The win-win outcome is forecast. There's a win coming. Embrace that win. Because as you embrace that win, okay, you embrace that win because it is time to heal. It is time to release. And that healing balances things and makes you the winner that you know you are. Your subconscious tarot messages are the Guardian. This is a Taurus energy, okay, the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is being true to yourself. And this is knowing that you have the power over kings, that you have power over your destiny, even if at times you feel like you do not. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity. You are more than taking this gift. You are finding yourself move forward. You are finding yourself coming forward to protect what is absolutely important to you and what is absolutely beautiful for you. And as you do so, the subconscious moon message is the path. You are seeing your path so much more clearly because you don't let your past hold you back. Right? It's a new you. It's a new time. And it's very interesting that fear is held above the Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So the Six of Cups, looking back at the past, letting negativity that other people spoke over you be powerful in the present day, okay? Reminiscing, nostalgia, doubts, fears, wanting things to be as good as, or, thinking you could never go back to, okay? This energy that comes from the past. And then doubts, fears that you have in your present right now. And you really are working through these fears and releasing the negativity that has you stuck. And you work through the fears that have you trapped. And then you do so. This is a healing time publicly. This is a time you heal. And this is a time where people see you more authentically than ever before. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.